ladies and gentlemen, Ni Wen Hao. It's a pleasure to be here in Beijing. But more than that, it's vitally important that we're here today. Because as two proud nations, G20 economies, and permanent members of the UN Security Council, it is in our common interest to find positive ways to work together. So I want to thank President Xi for inviting me and my delegation to make the visit. I want to thank Premier Li for his leadership in promoting business links between our two countries. And we've just heard about the enhancement of that here this afternoon. Now, I made it a founding principle of my government 18 months ago that Britain would face outward again and re-engage with the world. Because when global events affect everything, from prices in the supermarket shelves to the jobs that we create, to how secure we feel, then this is how we deliver for the British people. So I told President Xi when we met at the G20 in Brazil in 2024 that we want to build a consistent, long-term, comprehensive and strategic relationship with China, a partnership for the future. And we followed through on that pledge. Since then, my ministers have been here regularly, including my business minister who spoke a moment ago, working with their Chinese counterparts, establishing a positive dialogue on vital issues, economic and financial, trade and investment, science, security and foreign policy, building on unique historical links that we have. Now, with this first Prime Ministerial visit in 8 years, I'm the first Prime Minister to be here in 8 years. I'm very proud to be here, re-establishing and building the partnership for the future. And our first business delegation, fantastic business delegation, also for 8 years, travelling with the Prime Minister and his team. We are deepening and broadening the dialogue even further. So my message this week is very clear. Engaging with each other on issues of security and prosperity and building mutual trust is good for both China and for the United Kingdom. And this is about going beyond surface level pleasantries. President Xi tells the story of blind men being presented with an elephant. One touches the leg and thinks it's a pillow. Another feels the belly and thinks it's a wall. And too often this reflects how China is seen. But I profoundly believe that with broader and deeper engagement, the sort of which we've been talking about in this visit, is our way of seeing the whole elephant, and therefore building a more sophisticated relationship fit for these times, which serves all aspects of our national interest and our shared interests as well. Now, this means being more open and frank, to deal directly with differences and challenges. And it also means recognising and respecting modern China in all its vastness and complexity, for everything that it has achieved, and as a power whose fortunes directly affect the United Kingdom. I'd like to echo a Chinese phrase, which I think captures the essence of what I'm talking about. Pursue common goals whilst preserving differences. That is what we're working together to achieve. And I want to say that my profound belief is the more we engage, the more we visit each other, discuss, trade, build business links, cultural links, sports links, you name it. That is the way to develop the mutual trust and respect that is so important to the relationship between our two countries as we go forward from here after an 8-year absence. 8 long years, 8 wasted years in many respects. So how do we move forward? First, we want to work together to boost growth. That's at the heart of of the dialogue that you've been having here this afternoon. It's shared across our modern industrial strategy and recent announcements on China's next 5-year plan. And the United Kingdom has so much to bring to the table. I brought with me a brilliant delegation, and you've been working with them this afternoon, the very best that we have in the United Kingdom, here with us in this group, in the fields of finance, professional services, tech, life sciences, creative industries, education and more. This is what we're bringing to the table. And the delegation are getting out there, exploring the opportunities and looking at how we collaborate and bring down barriers to British aid. And I hope you captured a bit of the spirit of that in the course of the last few hours, because within the delegation there's a huge optimism and are looking forward to opportunities and better ways to engage. It changes the entire nature of a visit like this. Second, we want to deepen our engagement on security, and that includes doing more on border security and organised crime, including looking at exports of small boat engines, which are being used by criminal gangs in the English Channel. And that's a very important issue in relation to everybody back in the United Kingdom. It also includes deepening our dialogue on cyber security, and of course, as permanent members of the Security Council, we must also address issues of strategic stability, reducing nuclear risk, and the importance of a just and lasting peace in Ukraine, fundamental issues of our time. Third, we want to do more together on global challenges, like climate change and global health. As a proud, free trading nation, we need a strong global trading system, so we want to work together on WTO reform as well, to foster the stability and the openness that our businesses need to thrive. Now, I talked at the outset about building a consistent, long-term, comprehensive and strategic relationship with China. I believe that we share this aim. These are the pillars on which that relationship will stand. So I look forward to our continuing discussions in the coming days. Thank you. 谢谢。
Prime Minister. Please join me in a warm round of applause by Premier Minister.
尊敬的斯塔木首相，尊敬的各位企业家、各位来宾，大家下午好。很高兴今天能够出席中英企业家委员会的闭幕式。刚才双方主席分别介绍了本次会议的题目，大家的研讨很深入，我能感受得到